Alright guys, so dandruff in my hair. I've had so many questions on my health anxiety video, and I just thought it would be cool while I'm doing my makeup to film a update on that. I didn't think it was gonna get as many views as it did, but it ended up getting a lot of views, and I have a bunch of people messaging me via Instagram, via Facebook, on YouTube, and all that stuff, like asking me how am I feeling today, and basically asking for an update on my health anxiety and all that stuff. So I wanted to film an update on it. I literally look like a bum right now, so please excuse that. It's funny because I feel like every time I'm like in the mood to film or something, I look so bummy. But yeah, so the video right now has about 4.4k views on it, so about 4,000 views, and so many people have reached out and said that they're going through the same thing and they've experienced the same thing, and it's so great to know like you're not alone and other people do experience what you're experiencing. So I'm going to give you an update on where I am right now in life with that whole anxiety trip. I had to go get my brushes to do my makeup. Yeah, so regarding my health anxiety, I mean, I still have it. It's not fully gone, but I've learned to basically not focus too much on it and keep busy and focusing on other things. I still like constantly find myself like getting worried about my health or like feeling like I have something going on, so I will go to the doctor often, but it does get a little expensive, so I wouldn't suggest like going every time you feel like something's wrong with you because I mean it's a little pricey and I need to stop acting like I have money for that stuff. But yeah, so I ended up going to the doctor to get tested for STDs and just, you know, HIV, things like that. Like, if you're sexually active, it's so important to get tested. Obviously, I'm not saying I had anything, like it all came back clear, but I do a routine of getting myself checked out every now and then. It's so important, and you don't want to find out any of that stuff too late. So with that being said, get checked if you're sexually active, okay? How cute is this? I'm obsessed with this side. I love it so much. I went to the doctor. She was talking to me and asked me why you're here, and I was like, well, I want to get tested. I was just telling her my symptoms of like how much pain I'm in, like especially around my neck, and you know, like my chest was hurting a lot. And that's something else I developed after I posted my video. My chest started hurting a lot, like right around this, like certain movements, and I would feel it and get like super, I don't know, it was just like, it felt like muscle strain or pain or something, like I worked out too hard, but it was like just a pain that was just never going away kind of thing. So I told her about that because I was getting a little worried about that, and then she decided to run some blood tests again. I originally did not go to the doctor for this blood test at all. It wasn't in the plans or whatever, but I ended up getting this blood test done. And not to mention, I was drinking like, I think I had like 2 Cosmos before I even got blood work. So I was a little dehydrated when they were doing my blood work. But anyways, like a couple of days later, I get a call from the doctor, and she basically says that I was tested positive for rheumatoid, the rheumatoid factor. And she's like, you need to see a rheumatologist and get everything checked out because you were tested positive. So of course I have no idea what this means at this point in time because I don't know anything about rheumatoid factor. I don't know anything. So I was a little scared and whatever. Like, I mean, it's pretty, I think anyone would be a little thrown off or whatever. So yeah, they gave me a number to a rheumatologist, which unfortunately in Florida, especially South Florida where I am, there aren't too many rheumatologists. So I have to drive all the way to Jupiter to see my rheumatologist. But after like a month, I finally got an appointment with a rheumatologist and basically told him my symptoms. He said he doesn't think it's anything too serious and that he wanted me to do blood work again. And this is over the course of like 2 months because getting the appointment for the rheumatologist, because he's a specialist, is a little harder. And then I had to go to a lab to get blood work done. So all that takes time, and especially when you're a busy person and you work and do all that stuff, like it's hard to make time. So I finally got blood work done, and for the second time my blood came out like really slow and stuff, and she was asking me if I drank water. And I'm like, yeah, I drank a little bit of water before I got here, but like my blood was coming out so slow, so that kind of freaked me out because I'm like, oh my god, like why is my blood coming out slow? That's not normal, kind of thing. And after all that, I had to wait for my test results, but I had to go to see my rheumatologist again to get my test results, so that took a little bit of time too. So I'm also a procrastinator. It's hard for me to get things done in a timely manner. I went to the rheumatologist and he basically told me that I am borderline rheumatoid arthritis, which kind of means like I can still develop it, but I can probably avoid developing it. He confirmed that I do have fibromyalgia. So that's basically like when your nervous system interprets pain differently. And yeah, so he's just like, you need to take care of yourself, you need to stop stressing so much because stress can do a lot to your body, which we already know. And basically like I need to not smoke because rheumatoid, basically he told me rheumatoid starts in your lungs and your gums. I don't know what that exactly means, but taking care of my lungs and my gums are a huge thing that I have to, you know, worry about. And yeah, so that is kind of what's going on with me and my body right now. And like I said in the previous video, you know when your body is telling you something. Unless you're like a hypochondriac that nothing is ever wrong but you feel like something's wrong. But me particularly, I knew like something was going on with my body, and it's important to go get it checked and keep getting it checked, because you're gonna have so many people that are gonna tell you nothing is wrong with you, but it's so important to try and get yourself checked out and tell them like what's going on, because you're gonna find a doctor that listens. So right now, that is the update on my life. I am borderline rheumatoid. I do have fibromyalgia, and it could develop the rheumatoid arthritis. And if you guys don't know what rheumatoid arthritis is, it's an autoimmune disease that affects your joints. It also affects your organs, and it's very, very serious and very, very scary. So don't get me wrong, like I am scared that I am gonna develop it, and I need to do a better job of taking care of myself, but also like I can't let it control my life. And if this is what happens to me, it's kind of what happens to me. So yeah, I'm just trying to think positive and stay positive, because it's important to be positive, right? I hope you guys enjoyed my update. I'm sorry I can't get back to all you guys at once. It's really hard, especially like I'm working so much and keeping up with my social life and relationships and whatever else goes on. I wish I had way more time for YouTube, but I really just don't. But I see your guys' messages, and I'm so thankful for you guys for reaching out and making me feel better. Anyways, if you like this video, please subscribe, check out my other videos. You can find me on social media, Samantha Garrido, on Instagram.